I'm just going to play the call, okay, that I did with this guy once we were finally on to this. And I would love if we could analyze it as we go. All right. And I can pause it if necessary.
Beautiful.
Here we go.
This is Paul.
Paul, hey, it's Megyn Kelly. So I haven't received the Bitcoin verification yet. I was using my real name. He knew who I was, and I had mentioned that I was a public figure. Didn't stop him one bit.
Didn't bat an eye.
You're not surprised at that, or are you?
Well, my guess is he's not from this country. He may be out of the country.
What? He sounds American.
He does sound American, but I don't know that he fully knew the impact of Megyn Kelly or what was coming.
Yeah, he was about to be humiliated.
Exactly.
From Coin Source?
Yeah, whatever is that? Is that Bitcoin? Whatever that is that Bitcoin?
Yes.
It hasn't come through.
Received any verification from them at all?
No. Is there another way of doing this? Because I'm worried about them sitting there all day.
Okay. Well, did you check your text messages?
Yeah.
Does it still say awaiting review?
Yep. There's nothing. Another one didn't come in, so that's the last I have. At this point, he's walking me through exactly how to get him the Bitcoin. I mean, he's an expert.
As I was listening to this on the way down here, what your listeners are listening to is a master class in 3-level chess. It is a mind game that's going on, and you handle it phenomenally. Okay, let's go.
Where are you? Are you located at the machine?
I haven't gone down there yet because I don't have the verification. Don't I need the verification before I can send anything?
You're going to have to get on the chat and contact them, because it could be that maybe the pictures were not legible or something like that. But if you go on coinsource.net, you can actually get on the chat with them and ask them what's the status of your verification.
All right. I mean, I'm worried about them sitting there all day. Is there any other way of doing this?
I did contact the court and explain to them about the shutdown there, and they were it's unconstitutional to keep them there. So we've got enough time to get them out. We just have to try to pay the bails to get them out.
How are they? Is there any way of lowering the bail or getting them out just for now?
I love what you're doing here, because I call it doing the Columbo. You're playing stupid, but you're doing it brilliantly.
Because at this point, I know.
Yes, and you're just slowly reeling him in, and he doesn't realize he thinks he's the predator. Yeah. Meanwhile, you're putting your jaws around him.
That's exactly right. He still thinks he's got me. How serious are these charges?
Well, they're very serious. I mean, it's a very serious charge. If there were not for the blood tests, we'd probably be looking at some jail time.
Did she take one already?
Yeah, I already requested it. We're just waiting for the result. I'm pretty sure it's going to come back below the levels, because that's what she promised me, that she was not drinking.
No, there is zero chance that she was drinking. Zero. So this is one of the weird risks he took, where he based this whole alleged crime on Diane drunk driving. And this is an area in which he didn't do his homework, because she and Brad don't drink. They just don't drink. It's not their thing. And he took a shot at it. And then everybody from Jackie to Doug to me, we were all like, they don't drink. Right? What do you mean? But he was like, I believe her. That's why I'm gonna mandate the blood test.
Well, this character is a combination fortune teller, con man, and he's reading everything, right? So he has maybe done dozens, if not hundreds, of these calls before. So just like a fortune teller, he's feeling it out, and he needs to make some leaps in order to advance to get to endgame. And like a telemarketer, he has heard so many different responses, and he knows where to put, cut and paste what type of answer. Yes. And that's what you are defeating here. And we'll listen as we go on, as he stumbles like a mental computer glitch. Yeah. You'll hear it as you get him.
He's so clever, because he doesn't get thrown at all by she doesn't drink. He's like, right. I'm on your side. I agree. She wasn't drunk. That's why I'm mandating blood tests.
Right.
I mean, that's smooth. Once we pay the bail, how long until they can get out?
It takes about 45 minutes to an hour for them to be released.
Okay. And how do we get them?
Are you going to be coming down to pick him up?
We're not, but we'll find somebody there. Like they have a friend there who we looped in, and he was going to try to help, but I don't know, that didn't work. But he's there, so he can get them.
Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, once you guys pay the bill, you can have them drive down and they can pick him up.
He didn't answer.
Right. Well, you see, the longer you're talking, the more it's giving him a chance to formulate some bullshit on what to say back to you.
He doesn't know the address of the courthouse.
Yes, and you are like a cat blocking him off, like a mouse trying to get away, and you keep putting a paw down, then he runs the other way, and then you put a paw down here.
He tried to get out of Dodge, and I'm like, I need the address of the jail so I can pick them up, and he's wondering what to say.
Let me give you the address here. Just a second. It's 725 Bedford.
720. All right, let me write this down. Wait, what's the city? Bedford. Okay, and what's the city?
Stanford.
Stamford, Connecticut.
Correct.
Paul, they're in Cape Cod.
You're absolutely right. I'm really sorry. I was confused. I have another case that's in Stanford. It's just been a very long day for me.
That was the mental glitch. And this guy is, as I said, dozens, if not hundreds of calls before. And notice how he maintains his calm, right? But there's these big pauses.
He doesn't hang up right there.
He doesn't hang up because he's invested in you. You are money on the hoof to him.
Yeah.
Right? Now, he may have 10 other calls in process lined up, but right now, all his focus is to get the money out of you. And every second is a cost-benefit analysis. Can I still reel this one into the boat?
Yes, right.
Uh-huh.
And I think he was either confused because he had another potential fish in Stanford, Connecticut,
Right.
or it was because Doug was in Connecticut that day. That was a year that we were commuting our two boys to Connecticut,
Right.
and our daughter was still going to school in New York, so we would split up during the days.
Right.
And when he spoke with Doug, I think Doug said, I'm in Connecticut. So he got confused.
Right.
There were too many cities,
Right.
too many
He's
plates to
juggling
juggle.
too many balls.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Exactly. So where are they?
I gave you the address earlier. It's in Barnstable. Gave it to your husband.
Meanwhile, actual Cape Codders call it Barnstable. And he's claiming that
he's from there.
Yeah.
Right.
They don't
right.
say
So
Barnstable.
He's getting burned on multiple areas. Here.
He fell down a little on the job here.
Just a second. Let me see if she's still there because it could have been moved. Yeah, it's 3195 Main Street.
3195 Main Street.
She's still there.
Okay, Main Street. And then, so what's that town?
Barnstable.
Barnstable. Okay, and where are you?
I'm in Barnstable, but I'm not currently here. I'm in Ohio handling some family business, and I'm going to be back here on Monday.
So why he has to not be in Barnstable because he can't receive the money in cash
Right.
by our friend who's
Right.
ready to deliver cash to
Right.
his face.
Right.
He's got to be someplace else so that
Right.
we have to wire it Bitcoin.
Right. And he adds like family business to prey upon, your goodwill and to humanize him. Right? Like, oh, this guy's a regular guy. It's
Right.
not a confidence man. This is legit.
You can hear him thinking, like you can hear the wheels turning.
Yes, you could hear it
live.
grinding. Right.
Right.
And you just keep throwing monkey wrench after monkey wrench.
It's great to just ask questions.
Uh-huh.
Right? Like that can be harder than even like confronting with facts.
Exactly.
Are you sole practitioner or what are you?
I'm a public defendant. I work for the state bar here in Massachusetts.
In Massachusetts, okay. Where'd you go to law school? I'm a lawyer too.
I went to school in New York, John Jay Law.
Oh, really? What year did you graduate?
I'm sorry? 73.
You graduated law school in 73? You don't sound that old.
Oh, yeah, I am.
I mean, literally, I graduated law school in 95, so he'd be 22 years older than I.
Yeah, I'm 87 and a half years old.
Seriously, I mean, at that point, that would have made him in his mid-70s. He does not sound like he's in his mid-70s.
Yeah, and he's a public defender in his mid-70s.
So why did he say that? Why did he say he was a 73 grad?
Because, in my opinion, you have his mind racing so much, right? That was the first number that flew out of his mind.
So I think it's because he knew, like, he was worried I might have gone to John Jay. And he was like,
oh, that's funny.
I can't
that's
pick
fair
a
too.
year anywhere.
Right.
I don't know how old she is.
Right.
You know, because these are
Let
small
me
law
just make it.
schools.
Right.
Like,
oh, I mean, 73, Jesus.
Yeah, he went big. He went he had no idea, though. He didn't know how old I was. That's what I think. So the other thing is, you know, $17,000 is a lot of money. And, like, what if I don't get it back?
What do you mean? You're supposed to get it back once the case is closed or dismissed.
Once it's closed or dismissed?
Correct.
I mean, I gotta be honest with you. Like, I'm not that close with Diane. I'm not sure.
Okay, no problem.
You know, it's a lot of money. That was it.
You know,
hung up.
On to the next call. On to the next victim.
So you don't think I hurt his feelings? You think he was just like, cut my losses back?
I cut my losses.
This month, we celebrate Father's Day. And let's take a moment to talk about dads. Dads can bring values to the home. They can help you stand up for your beliefs. This Father's Day, I want to give you one way you could honor the legacy of dads with an AMAC membership. AMAC, the Association of Mature American Citizens, champions the values of faith, family, and freedom. You can find out more at amac.us/Megyn. By joining AMAC, you support an organization that fights for principles that you care about. And this month only, you get a 2-year membership for just $16. That's 2 years for the price of one. Join thousands of people in America who are proud to be AMAC members. Visit amac.us/Megyn. Let's celebrate Father's Day by standing up for what dads believe in. Happy Father's Day. Hey, thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.